My name is Joy Reynolds. Hiya, hiya. I'm sitting here looking at myself on the monitor. There's an ambulance behind me. I must really be looking very old. Yeah, they're ready to take me. I'm going to be on a gurney any minute now. Hey, speaking of that, let me tell you about the Haitians for a minute, because, we've had a lot of news about eating dogs and cats and the Haitians. The Haitians are, the Republicans, this is almost a political thing. They got to know that the evangelicals, like the Republicans, they think that the abortion thing is under their protection, and they're doing everything that God wants them to do. And listen, I go to all churches, and I understand the narrowness of it all. You can get locked into something, and rightfully so. We should be locked into the Ten Commandments. You're going to be locked in anything, and you can't keep all of them anyway. What did Jesus say? If you broke one of them, you broke them all. You can't keep them. You can't keep those Ten Commandments. Lying, cheating, stealing, coveting your neighbor's goods, putting money before God would be number one. Are you honoring that one? You're putting God after Chase Bank, and you think you're doing okay? You're not. Chase God. You're going to chase God away with that. But the thing I want to bring up here is evangelical and religion. I have said this before, and I'm going to say it again. My intern when I was on NBC, and I replaced Howard Stern's time slot on NBC Radio in New York. One of my interns was Jim Lehr's daughter. Now, she was the daughter of Jim Lehr with the McNeil-Lehr Report. Famously, he was at CBS for years as a news reporter. And that whole family is so solid. He had a heart attack, and he wrote a show called The Chili Queen. And he was in Texas on rehab from his heart attack. And I met Jim and his daughter at the premiere of his play, The Chili Queen, whereas I also met Douglas Edwards from CBS, and who was the other one? It was Walter Cronkite. I met him. Met all of these people. I thought I was walking through a wax museum at one time. But Walter Cronkite invited me to his luncheon for the separation of church and state. And I've kind of kept that. I don't like when the Pope says something about elections. I don't think he picks a side. That's why everybody comes to him, and it's not. You're not supposed to pick a side. But I will tell you that the Haitians, who are now getting a bum rap in Ohio, that's a Catholic country. Haiti's a Catholic country. As a matter of fact, right after Papa Dovier, the president or premier of the country, dictator, the one that followed him was a Catholic priest, became the head of the government. So that country is you talk about evangelical, and they're very good workers and good people. They're poverty stricken as a country. They're on the same island as the Dominican Republic. But on the Dominican Republic side, they have a lot of money and businesses, strident, with cigars and everything else they do. It's a great contrast. One side is very poor of the island itself, and the other side is very rich. So I don't know about very rich. They do well, but we're very rich. This country's very rich. We also have had 9 years of complaining. Why are we doing this? Why are we putting up with somebody being on television and presidency and all that? We've had 9 years of this. Belly aching. Can you imagine having that in your family? Would you have 9 years of this in your family? You'd have to choke the kid. I'd put him in his room. That's what you do with spoiled children, You ignore them. So what do we do with the spoiled President X? We celebrate him. We make him bigger. Why? Well, because there's politics involved? No. I think we have too much time on our hands. I don't know why we do this. We find Biden to be weak, and everybody accepted that debate and saying, okay, he lost that. And, Trump lost this one too, and he don't say he lost it. It's not in his playbook. It doesn't say I lost the election, I lost the debate. He don't like to lose, and all he does is complain about losing or not losing. He complains about it the other way. Anyway, I wanted to tell you that if you have any idea of religion, keep it out of politics. It doesn't belong in politics. God is not interested in who is the president of the United States. He's interested in our well-being, our happiness, our figuring it out, our free will. That's what I think. That's the way I learned it. I don't know about you, but that's how I learned it. And I think that the freedom of expression in the Constitution and everything that we've said about this country is under God. It says that. It says, in God we trust. It's on the money. And I think we forgot that. Anyway, it's a Reynolds Wrap.